right, we're going to be getting ready to write. We want to make sure that kids have their bodies ready, which makes their brains ready. Number one, we want to make sure our kids' feet are flat on the ground. We have one hand holding the paper, one hand holding the pencil. We really want to talk to kids about when you hold a pencil, you're holding it by that yellow part or the orange part, not the tan part. When they're holding it by the tan part, they can't see. We also want kids to have this part of their hand on the table or on the paper to make sure that they have control. I always teach kids that this should be the tickle part. This is tickling the table, or the table's tickling that part. When you're using dry erase markers, a lot of times I like to put tape on it. I make sure the kids have the cap on the top so they're not holding the cap. They can still be holding the paper or the dry erase board, and they're actually holding it by the fat part of the marker, not down here. When it's down here, they can't see where that tip is. They want to make sure they're holding it by the fat part. All right, today we're going to talk about how to make B and D without reversing them. This is a trick that I have found has worked for many, many students. Again, we're going to start with our proper body formation. We're going to have our feet flat on the ground. We're going to have one hand holding the paper, the other hand holding the pencil. Again, we're going to hold our pencil by the yellow part, again, or the orange part of the pencil, not by the tan part. My favorite trick is we teach kids, first, there's always Mama B. Mama B, all kids know how to make a capital B. We also say that Baby B likes to hide inside Mama B. So when we make a B, we start at that tall line. We can also call it the sky line. We go down, up, bop it out. If they want to double check to make sure it's a Baby B, they can kind of draw that Mama B. So again, we go down, up, bop it out, and then we can double check, make our Mama B, make sure Baby B likes to hide inside. Another trick to make sure we know how to make lowercase d is we sing the alphabet. A, B, C, D. We make our C, we go all the way up, and we have to go down. We make our C, we go all the way up, and we go down. One of my favorite letters is letter C. C can actually make 5 different letters. Let me show you. We teach kids to make a C. You start at, I kind of make it a fun way and say the diddy dotted line. Some people call it a zippity dippity dotted line. We want to start at that dotted line and make your C. When they know how to make the C the right way, it's going to make 5 additional letters. If you make a C, you can turn it into an O. If you make a C, you can turn it into an O, then an A. If you make a C, you can go up, down, hook it to a G. If you make a C, you can see the Q go away. If you make a C, you can turn it into a D. Teaching the letter C that goes this way, the proper way, starting from the dotted line, will help create 5 additional letters from making one proper C. Again, we're holding our pencil by that orange or yellow part so kids can see that point on the lines. We are always holding our paper to make sure it doesn't wiggle jiggle. And again, we're making sure our hand is getting tickled by the paper or the paper's tickling our hand.